Apple's next iPhone release might not follow the usual rhythm, and that's what's making people talk. For more than a decade, you could practically set your calendar by the company's September launches. But this time, insiders are hinting that the familiar pattern could be shifting in a way no one expected. It's not just a small scheduling tweak. This could reshape how Apple releases every iPhone moving forward. Hey everyone, welcome back. Sam here! If you enjoy staying ahead of tech news before it hits the headlines, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss what's coming next. All right, let's dive in. So here's where things get interesting. Apple's been incredibly consistent with fall releases ever since the iPhone 4s. September has been its comfort zone, but next year's iPhone 18 lineup might just break that cycle. According to fresh reports, Apple could be splitting its launch schedule into two events, one in fall 2026 and another in spring 2027. Think about that for a second. It means you might not see all iPhone 18 models at once. Instead, Apple could spread them out, saving some surprises for months later. Leakers claim that the iPhone 18 Pro, iPhone 18 Pro Max, and the new iPhone Air 2 are all planned for the fall event. And then several months later, the regular iPhone 18 and a new iPhone 18 could arrive in the spring. Basically, Apple might turn one iPhone event into 2 seasons of hype. Now, why fix something that clearly isn't broken? That's where theories start to get really fun. Some believe this move isn't about timing, it's about strategy. Historically, the base iPhone outsells the Pro models by a comfortable margin, so delaying the most popular version doesn't sound logical at first, unless Apple wants to nudge more buyers toward its higher-end devices. Think about it. If the regular iPhone isn't available right away, early adopters might just grab the Air 2 or Pro instead. Smart move, right? But there's another twist. Apple might be setting up a clever response to Samsung's Galaxy S27 launch. Samsung usually kicks off the year with its flagship phones in January. If Apple positions the base iPhone 18 just a few months later, in spring, that timing could easily steal some attention. Basically saying, nice phone, Samsung, but we've got something even fresher coming soon. It's the kind of move that keeps Apple's name trending all year long instead of peaking once a year in September. And for a company that thrives on constant buzz, that's a marketing goldmine. Of course, this all leads to one burning question: what about the devices themselves? Well, early reports suggest Apple's 2026 lineup is already shaping up to be one of the boldest in years. The iPhone 18 Pro Max, for instance, is rumored to feature the all-new A20 Pro chip built on TSMC's 2-nanometer process, smaller, faster, and more power efficient than anything Apple's ever produced. Analysts are predicting up to 15% faster performance and 30% better power efficiency. In real-world terms, that means smoother gaming, faster app launches, and battery life that stretches noticeably longer, even with heavy use. Then there's connectivity. Apple's reportedly working on a custom C2 communication chip that would bring even faster 5G, Wi-Fi 7, and improved Bluetooth connections. This isn't just about speed, it's about consistency. Picture this strong signal even in crowded stadiums, faster downloads during travel, and seamless video streaming without the random drops we've all dealt with. Another fascinating upgrade lies in the display. The Pro models could get next-gen LTPO panels, pushing adaptive refresh rates to new heights. It's not just about making things look smoother. It's about using power intelligently. Scrolling your feed. It boosts the refresh rate for fluid motion. Reading static text, it dials it down to save battery. And if that wasn't enough, Apple might be experimenting with a new transparent back design for its Pro lineup. Only a small section, but it would reveal part of the vapor chamber cooling system inside, giving the phone a futuristic look that nods to its internal engineering. Not something Apple usually does, but if it happens, this design could instantly set the iPhone 18 apart. Now here's the big one: camera technology. Apple's working on a variable aperture lens, a feature that could finally give iPhones DSLR-like control. Instead of being stuck with one fixed aperture, you'd be able to adjust how much light hits the sensor. That means sharper low light photos, cleaner backgrounds, and better detail control across different lighting conditions. Combine that with Apple's ongoing AI improvements in image processing, and we could be looking at one of the most powerful mobile cameras ever made. Meanwhile, the iPhone 18 Fold. Yes, Apple's rumored first foldable might finally make its grand debut alongside the Pro models. Early prototypes reportedly use a titanium-aluminum blend chassis, which would keep the device lightweight yet sturdy. And considering Apple's history, it won't just fold. It'll probably introduce an entirely new software experience to make use of that screen. If that device really lands in 2026, it could be Apple's biggest design leap since the first iPhone. As for the base iPhone 18, reports say Apple's planning to give it a meaningful upgrade without making it feel like a budget option. Expect a refined design, stronger materials, and maybe even a new color lineup that mirrors the iPhone Air's aesthetic. There's also talk that Apple could deboot Samsung's new stacked camera sensor tech on this model, though some experts think it might get pushed to the iPhone 19 instead. Either way, it's a huge step toward better low-light photography and energy efficiency. Now, why is all this so intriguing? Because for the first time in years, Apple's timeline feels unpredictable. We're not just talking about an annual refresh, we're seeing Apple test a new rhythm for its biggest product line, a fall drop for the power users, and a spring surprise for everyone else. That means longer hype cycles, extended media coverage, and more reasons for people to talk about iPhones year-round. Still, with Apple, nothing's confirmed until Tim Cook walks on stage and says the words himself. The company loves its secrecy, and just when you think you've got its playbook figured out, it pulls something unexpected. But one thing's clear, 2026 and 2027 are shaping up to be some of the most exciting years we've seen in Apple's history. The combination of new launch strategies, foldable technology, transparent designs, and smarter chipsets shows that Apple's not just iterating anymore. It's reinventing its rhythm. Whether it's a strategic release shift or a full-blown marketing masterstroke, one thing's for sure, the iPhone 18 era isn't just about the phone itself. It's about how Apple wants to redefine the entire idea of an iPhone launch. So, what do you think? Is Apple really gearing up for a two-phase launch, or is this all part of a bigger game to keep us guessing? Either way, buckle up, because the next iPhone chapter might just rewrite the rules.